All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Always Race Day post-race show. I'm Connor Ferguson here with Glen Saville, breaking down night 3 of the Chili Bowl. Emerson Axum gets the win. He locks into Saturday with Decent Pursley. We're going to talk all about it. We're going to read your comments, answer your questions, everything you guys want. But first, I got to give a big thank you to Chris Weiser and the Weiser Companies, obviously the title sponsor over there on the banner that you see. Got some cool things coming in 2026. A lot of things coming together this week. Pretty busy week for me. So excited to show you guys and be able to show this thing off. And we'll see what the next few months look like. But we'll talk about that when we get there. And we'll play the theme song. We'll get into this thing. What's up, Glenn? How are you?
Pretty good, man. What's going on?
Oh, pretty good. Good finish to the Wild West Shootout.
Yeah, Ethan Dotson. What a race!
Glenn was very excited. He asked me who won the Wild West the first thing out of his mouth when he got on here. So I had just turned it on. I saw like the last 2 laps. I just saw Ethan Dotson with a big lead. So
Big late model fan.
Yeah, someday I'll have multiple screens. So I can't watch Flow on my laptop while my phone's in my hand and watch it from both devices. It's very, very annoying.
Yeah, I got the same problem with my TV, and I can't watch one on my TV and one on my cell phone or something like that too. It always tunes one of them out and turns it off. So same
Maybe
problem.
That'll be the next thing we bitch into existence, right?
Well, yeah, I guess it's better than some of the issues they've had over the years where people are sharing live streams and all that. So I can understand why they do it.
For sure. What were your thoughts? Big takeaway from the race on this one. Emerson Axum looked bad fast. I do want to read this quote before we get into anything because this should be scary for the rest of the field. He said, "I didn't really get to hustle. I was in traffic the whole race. I didn't really get off to the best start, but once everyone got single filed out, we could just drive around, guys. This is by far the best race car I've ever driven in this." And that's him on Emerson Axum on his Swindell Speed Lab number 30 car. That's very scary for the rest of the field because he looks probably as fast, if not faster, than anybody.
Yeah, and he made the same comment after the qualifier as well. So he was yeah, he's pretty fast. It makes you curious how Logan's night's going to go as well when he comes up because he's in the same equipment and you know obviously they spoke about Ben with Logan giving him signals and all that being a good teammate. So I think they're going to be hard to beat come Saturday night. So Kevin's got something worked out.
I'm with you too, and it sounds like there's a lot of teamwork going on in that. In the pits over there, and that Emerson made note of that in his post-race interview. I didn't just, hey, they're teammates and they're both fast. But that's always like, it's always been peculiar to me what facets of racing, how teammates treat each other and stuff. Cause you do want to outrace your teammate, but a rising tide lifts all boats in any case. Right. And I think that's the approach Logan has taken with, the Swindells and Emerson and all those guys. And obviously he's won in just about everything and he's won the Chili Bowl. So it's a good guy to have on your team. And there's not a doubt in my mind he didn't play a part on the setup. Same with Kevin Swindell and how fast they had that car ripping tonight. Yeah,
definitely. They whatever they've got going on, they've definitely got a good dynamic and it's it seems to be gelling pretty well for a group of guys that or especially for Emerson, having not worked with any of them before. So I think it's good. It's definitely an ominous threat for Saturday. So especially with what he said at the end of that race, he didn't really feel like he got basically a free run essentially, and he was really on it. So yeah, I think it's good.
What did you think about his microphone moment where he kind of revealed that he may be going World of Outlaws racing next season, 2026, I should say.
Yeah, I think that's, we've heard the rumor for a while.
It's a cool way to announce it. If you're kind of soft teasing, he didn't really announce it. There will still be the formal announcement and all that stuff, but
Yeah, well, we heard about it last year. We heard the rumors that he might be doing it, so it's definitely a pretty cool informal announcement for for what he's doing. It's cool. So
Absolutely. And then Dason Pursley, the second lock in there. Obviously, he'll be with Casey Kane Racing over the summer. And I think on the pavement show, I said they were running Outlaws, and clearly that isn't. I'm an idiot sometimes. There's my correction for you. Noticed that? Props to you. I'm sure someone's going to text me and be like, "You idiot." But yeah, Dason gets to second. It looked like he had the makings to make a run and try to get the lead, but it wasn't going to be on the cushion.
No, I think the track was so technical that they couldn't. They kind of look at the way the race went. And Colby Copeland got out there and just took off at the start of that race, and I think everything worked out. But as the track started to slow up and get more technical, that was when you were either set up for the front half of the race or the back half of the race. And I think once they were both set up obviously for the back half of the race, but when you're in that part of the race too, it's kind of like what happened the other night with I think it was Briggs Danner. Really couldn't pull a slider because there's cars on the bottom and you just can't quite make enough speed and momentum to pull it properly and not wipe each other out. So yeah, they were both smart about it. Definitely, they're both locked into the top 10 for the pole shuffle on Saturday night, so it should be good.
When you say, and if you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. We'll be able to see all of them. We'll put them on the screen and all that stuff. But when you say you're either prepared for or set up for the first half of the race or the second, kind of explain what you mean there and what goes into these setups and what these crew chiefs are thinking when they do that.
Well, obviously you've got your data for and your notebook for what you rely on is all based off what the driver feels and what the crew chief sees and what they come up with as a combination. There's no data logging. There's no telemetry on the cars. So you've got to you basically got to guess what the racetrack's going to do at the end of the race and have something that the driver can handle. If you set up for the start of the race, you've obviously got to set up for what's there and what you see basically right away, and hope that the driver can carry the car at the end of the race if he's got enough of a gap or whatever. Now, obviously, that changes too depending on how far forward or back you start. But kind of looking at what they had was, they had cars set up for the end of the race. Both of them struggled at the start there. They were just really kind of nowhere, to be honest. I watched Dason sort of fall back pretty quick for a while there, and then gradually started picking him off once the track came to him. So obviously the track was very, very technical. It's not very often you see Meserole rolling around the bottom, and for quite a few laps he was. So it's definitely, it's such a technical track that with so many changes throughout the race that you kind of got to pick a spot where you think you'll be able to make as much ground as you can and then defend for before or after.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. And I want to see if I'm doing this right. You see there was a fight.
A fight?
Yeah, there was a fight on the way back to the pits. I don't 100% know. 1 second.
Oh. That must have been one of the bits where I was turned away.
Here we go. This is from Brayton Laster's Twitter.
Oh, yep. There was a fight, and I didn't get to see it. Damn.
Can you see it now?
No, I'm not paying attention.
Okay.
I can't multitask with my phone. I'm on my phone, so yeah.
I'm hoping you guys
this is not technology based.
Oh, so that's what I did wrong. Hold on. We got to do this.
Okay.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh. Yeah. They don't need that.
So I got to figure out who all had what day on the fights. I think I picked Thursday. for first fight. I can't remember what I picked. We had first shove and first fight, and I don't recall.
Yep.
Do you recall a shove before this?
Well, the start of that looked like a shove. So.
Well, yeah, for sure. I was talking about the last 2 days.
No, I don't think there's anything the last 2 days. So.
It's got to be on the broadcast. We agreed on that aspect at least. So,
yeah.
If you're keeping track at home, first shove and first fight Wednesday night appears.
Yep.
Until someone corrects me on Friday, which is typically how these things go. Colby Copeland ends up getting third on the Matt Wood Racing 27W. Thomas Mesterall fourth, Kevin Thomas Jr. fifth, Corey Day sixth, Mitchell Moll seventh, and Cale Drake eighth. So Cale Drake at least got across the line before flipping.
Yeah, yep, that was good. He had a pretty solid performance all night. To be honest, he was doing good. So he'd had an up and down year. So this looks like it might be a bit of a turnaround for him.
I'm with you there. One other guy I wanted to spotlight was Jake Swanson. Super nice human, number one, and obviously not racing for Alex Bowman Racing this year in Tulsa, but great drive from him from the rear to finish 12th in the 31B car. So really impressive out of him. Do you have notes from the rest of the night? Did you have anything else that stuck out to you?
Yeah, they're over there with my notes from last night.
You're kidding me.
Not gonna lie, I didn't take any notes tonight, to be honest.
No notes tonight.
So I kind of had plenty of interruptions today, and then got stuck into this. I'm trying to get an engine together here, so I've been cutting rings and knocking pistons in tonight. So I didn't get much of a chance between grease and oil all over my hands and assembly lube and trying to keep everything clean and all that stuff. So
I believe Kevin Thomas Jr. has now made 11 straight A-main prelim nights. Prelim night A-mains at the Chili Bowl is the way I should have said that first. So impressive streak going on for him. And all else I was going to say about Chili Bowls, if the track keeps getting better, I thought it was perfect during the B-mains. And obviously the A was what it was, and it was still pretty good and really technical. If they keep taking steps forward, we're going to have an epic Saturday. I
think so. The biggest thing with Saturday is obviously
it's not as black and white as just it's either better or worse. And just because it's been better doesn't mean it's going to keep getting better. But
but I think they're taking notes. Each night they've been out, the track has been different, but they're obviously taking notes and trying to do something to improve it, and so far it seems to work. Even though it was the track was just about perfect in the B, it was still pretty good in the A. There was still plenty of racing going on. Like you say, even if the guys at the front didn't move up a whole bunch of spots, they were still moving around all over the place. So, I think they're doing a great job with the track so far. But obviously putting 400 cars on it on Saturday is going to be a completely different animal. So.
100%. And that's more cars than they usually get. And I think some people will kind of dismiss that. But if you think about giving them 3 to 5 hot laps for each car, and then at least what are races on Saturday, 8 or 10 laps?
Yeah, 8, 10, then up to what does it?
You're
15,
looking at
15 or 20 for the Bs or something. Yeah.
And if there's any cautions, you're looking at 12 to 15 laps per car. So even the difference between
up until I don't know 2 or 3 in the afternoon, I think there's a time limit on the races too. It's not even laps; it's just a time limit. So
it's 10 minutes or something like that. So
that's right. Yep.
It's one of the weirdest days in motorsports. I always wake up and it's just it's odd. It's technical. You see the most unsuspecting of people make these huge runs. My buddy Trevor Casey had a real shitbox midget and went up there and he transferred through 4 mains and the guys in front of him would almost just magnet to the wall and flip the hell out of the car. And it's Trevor just skated by on the inside. There he goes.
Yep. And that's kind of the magic of Saturday, and that's what makes it so cool to go and do those runs. You sit down, you look at it, and go, man, we transferred through 3 or 4 mains or whatever. It's pretty cool. A lot of it's luck. Some of it's raw ability, but a lot of it is just luck. Just the way it is. So
absolutely. Only other thing I had, I want to get your thoughts on it. The Trophy Cup is going to go to the 410 class in 2026. It's going to pay $50,000. Oh, I'm sorry, 3-race miniseries between Dirt Cup, Gold Cup, and Trophy Cup with a $50,000 points fund as well. I really like this move. I think the fans want 410 racing. I think that is what differentiates it from being a big race. Not saying you can't have a 360 race, but that's what people turn out for. And I think many sprint cars, at this point know it. And I'm glad they're finally making that move. I didn't think we'd ever see it. So I'm excited that that's the direction they're going.
Yeah. The West Coast seems to be uniting, which is just good for the sport in general. If everybody pulls in the same direction, it makes life a lot easier for everybody. It makes it easier for the competitors on rules and rules packages, and it allows different different tracks, a variety of tracks to go to, instead of having some 360 tracks and some 410 tracks, and then having multiple different combinations of engines. At least this way, everyone can just have one motor and go run whatever they want. So yeah, I think it's good. It's good to see the West Coast starting to come back. So they've definitely got their share of national drivers at the moment that are on the top. So it's good.
Ethan Dotson, California native.
Yeah, there you go. Let's try it. That's right.
Last thing, Thomas Messerall got through the entire night, not kicked out yet. So
yep. No, you just kicked the front end out in hot laps, or heat race, or whatever that was. So
all right, that's gonna wrap it up from me and Glenn tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks if you're tuning in. I said tomorrow, but it would be Thursday for you if you're watching, or any of the days, because I know we're trying to keep these short so you can watch all of them. So we'll be back tomorrow night for night 4, and once again, thank you all for listening. Appreciate you.